Did anybody notice? No. Nah, I'm guessing my 2-day absence from YouTube was about as notable as a banana going brown. It ain't making news headlines. Hello, I am the Irish guy. And here's the Prem catch-up. But I know I'm late. I'm so late that I'm half expecting to be told that I'm pregnant. I mean, I'm not sure how that would be possible. Can you get pregnant from cuddling a shoe? Even if I did write a smiley face on the bottom. But look, the Premier League action was back. I mean, the Premier League action seems so long ago now. It feels like these matches happened back in a time where elephants used to talk. They feel like such old news. It's like me telling you,
did you like when Will Smith slapped that guy?
But lads, I've literally just been coughed out of the airport in front of the camera, okay? I'm in such a rush, I probably still stink of airport toilet water. So what if I wash my hands in the bowl when I'm nervous? Okay, let's see what happened. And by the way, if you can guess where I was this week, write it in the comments, and if you're right, I'll send you a free box of Weedos in the post. Right, let's go. Burnley 0, Liverpool 1. How? Oh, I just coughed up an audible bit of phlegm. I think I'm sick, guys. But anyway, right, sorry. Yeah. That's disgusting. Anyway, how did Liverpool keep doing this? Liverpool are officially top of the league, right? With a 100% win rate, but come on. Here they are once again winning it in the last minute after playing out a game uglier than a baboon's nude selfie. But it looks like Burnley are actually classic Burnley again, which actually feels more satisfying than a perfectly poor glass of milk. Burnley should be the bad guys of this league. They should absolutely be the school bully who gives the nerds a wedgie at lunch. Going to Turf Moor should absolutely feel like a trip to the psycho dentist. You know, the one who keeps a jar of people's teeth by his bed. And look, this was punishment for the Reds. Slogging it out after wave of attack, trying to break down their back five. This is old school Burnley. I mean, seeing them trying to be pretty under company 2 years ago. Fantastic manager, yes. But it really was like seeing a pig whacking on lipstick on a skirt. Burnley need to be Burnley. And this is the gritty, ugly, old-fashioned stuff that would probably cause someone like Sean Dyche to excuse himself to the bathroom halfway through. And they almost got away with it too. But no, in the final minute, Hannibal messes up. Yeah, the man with the scariest name on the pitch, he chucks out his stupid elbow to handball just inside the box, and he immediately looked devastated. And honestly, when you're named after a movie bad guy, someone who literally used to eat people's faces, please don't openly weep on the pitch. The guy looked crestfallen, like a sad middle-aged man who realizes he's got no milk left in the house for his 9 p.m. bowl of cornflakes. Seriously, when your name is Hannibal, you have to have an aura to be a scary soul. Sadly, this guy is about as intimidating as lemon juice, but he should be gutted, and especially as a Manchester United man, to let Liverpool and Salah score a Fergie time 95th minute winner. I'm guessing Hannibal spent all of Sunday night crying into an egg sandwich. But as for Liverpool, the only thing that's important right now is the fact that you won. And sure, your £150 million German rock star is not clicking yet. Yes, Florian Wirtz is starting so slowly. You'd swear his season was written by the nerd who wrote Game of Thrones. But hey, let's not everyone freak out and write him off as being this fat Humpty Dumpty. No, I'm sure Wirtz will come good. And if he doesn't, okay, if he finally leaves Liverpool and is written off as a Aquilani type flop, then I will jump on a megabus and lick everybody's shoes. They'd be very confused. Man City 3, Man United 0. Manchester United are rubbish. But you didn't need me to tell you that, or to have this match as proof. Oh no, Ruben Amorim just took his Manchester United side to the Etihad, and lads, it was one of the easiest derby wins Man City have ever had. Seriously, it's actually kind of criminal to even identify this as a derby match, because Manchester derbies are full of spice, crunching tackles, and passionate players who look like they care. First of all, this fixture's brought out the best and worst in footballers. First of all, Roy Keane was banned from football for trying to cripple Haaland's dad. Even Ronaldo, the great Cristiano Ronaldo, was sent off against Man City after an almost leg-breaking challenge at Andy Cole. But here, I mean, did any of the Man United players lay a finger on the opposition? No, they're about as aggressive as ducks waiting patiently for bread in a pond. Just woeful. And lads, City were good, okay? And Haaland was a beast, but the sack talk is really increasing on Amorim. And I'm guessing right now, he's caught in two minds. Because Benfica have sacked Bruno Lage after unforgivably losing at home to a team from Azerbaijan. And their number one target to replace him is apparently Amorim. A return to Lisbon to take charge of Portugal's biggest club and the side he spent most of his career playing for, having first joined them when he was 14. I know it's Manchester United, but Ruben, this is a quick fix. You can walk out of your diabolical time in England tomorrow to go back and take hold of a major Portuguese club competing in the Champions League. But no, because he's unavailable right now, Benfica are now wanting to cozy up to Jose Mourinho instead. Yes! That's what I want to hear. Jose back in the Champions League. Yes, please. So Man United, whatever you do, do not sack Amorim inside the next 3 hours, okay? When this video is uploaded, I want to have seen that Mourinho is being confirmed as the next Benfica boss. I mean, lads, weirdly, Jose was actually appointed Benfica manager 25 years ago. 2 weeks later, Sir Bobby Robson offers him the job as assistant manager at Newcastle. Jose says no, but Bobby was so determined to bring Mourinho to the Northeast that he even promised him that he would step aside and let Jose take the reins as manager in 2000. And Mourinho said no, showing loyalty to Benfica, who will quit anyway before Christmas. So are you telling me that Newcastle had lost out on potentially having Jose Mourinho to replace Sir Bobby Robson as manager in 2002? All because of Benfica? Should we really expect anything less from a club who share the same stadium name as Sunderland? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be taking this out of Benfica, okay? But honestly, finding this out now, it sort of ruins the childhood a bit. Seriously, we could have had Jose in his prime managing Newcastle. Instead, what do we guess? Graham Souness. Please, Benfica, make Jose the manager, because if you do that, then we are going to see Mourinho manage on a Champions League night at St. James's Park in a few weeks. Oh, wow! Lads, if that actually happens, I can't promise I won't storm into the dugout to try and kiss his nose. Newcastle 1, Wolves 0. Big Voltemata, Nick Voltemata, phew. Because I was scared this German striker would be some hideous, absolute donkey puke beanpole who couldn't work his feet. But wow, what a brilliant header to win the match. However, I said the Wolves would not spend a single minute in the relegation zone this season, right? And for every week that they did, I would slap a sandwich in my face. How are they still bottom on 0 points? Have I cursed them? Vita Pereira did brilliant work last season, but now he's soon going to be favourite for the sack. And please tell me I'm not going to have to be flinging bread in my face all season long, please. Look, as I said, I literally just raced here from the airport. There's no bread in here. Okay, there's literally not a single slice. So, okay then, tomorrow, I'll make up for it by doing 3. West Ham 0, Tottenham 3. Graham Potter. Oh, he's awful. He's awful. I told you how bad this guy was. Lads, back when he was the Brighton manager, you all seemed to think that he was some sort of wonderful hipster man who's going to revolutionize the sport. Are you mad? Are you insane? You're now winless in 7 league games at home, and here you are getting smashed 3-0 by Spurs. Lads, this result will hurt. For the West Ham fans, I am sorry. It would have absolutely felt like trying to swallow a pencil case. It's an absolute disgrace. West Ham were all over the place again. I told you all along that Potter was brutal. This is a club David Moyes lasted at for nearly 300 matches, and he was seen as a crumpled up old dinosaur 10 years ago. I'm telling you now, Potter does not make it to 30 West Ham matches. I'm telling you it now. He's on 24. I'm telling you. He doesn't make it to 3-0. He'll be even shorter than his pathetic 31-match Chelsea reign. Lads, this is someone who absolutely looks like he should be knitting school uniforms for a living. He's never seemed like a commanding, authoritarian presence in a Premier League dugout ever. And when West Ham see sense and finally dump him before Halloween, I'm telling you, we're never going to see him in the Prem again. He's going to be blacklisted from this league like Solskjaer. If I'm West Ham, get Nuno Santo in now. Maybe he can organize your defense, although apparently some of the media is actually trying to tip Frank Lampard for the job. I'm sorry, Frank Lampard to West Ham. That is immediately when you realize that the journalist only started following football when he accidentally stumbled upon a Match magazine in 2019. Because anybody who actually thinks that Lampard and West Ham are a good fit, it would be like asking Harry Potter to have a baby with Voldemort. It's actually laughable how you think these sworn enemies would ever work together. If Lampard ever becomes the West Ham boss, I will paint my entire body blue and live that way for a year. Arsenal 3, Nottingham Forest 0. Ange Postecoglou, are you sure? Look, Arsenal were fantastic again, and yeah, Martin Zubimendi looks like an absolute steal from the Liga for just 50 million quid. But Nottingham Forest, you had such a strong defensive setup under Nuno Santo, which worked miracles last season, and you're now abandoning that for crazy Ange ball, which is a ludicrous, nutty, disorganized brand of crazy football, which doesn't really warrant any results. Not unless you're in the Scottish League. Seriously, this is a defensive team set up for Nuno Ball. Giving these players the Postecoglou makes no sense. It's like asking a clown to turn up to a 10-year-old's birthday party wearing a wedding dress. It's just creepy, mate. But what's even more nonsensical to me is this. How hasn't Douglas Luiz even been given a single minute for the club? I thought he was one of the coups of the summer. He was Aston Villa's best player a year ago, an established Brazil international midfielder. Well, since joining Forest from Juventus, he sat on the bench 3 weeks in a row. I don't get it. What did Juventus do to him over there? Has he since had a body swap with a pig? What sort of hidden secret is there with Luiz right now? Yes, he's an ado signing, but he's a quality player. It's so strange. I am bemused what has happened to this man's career. Why are people treating him like he's that granny who throws her poo around the nursing home? I honestly don't get it. But as for Arsenal, yep. You were terrific again. Fulham 1, Leeds 0. Oh, no. Leeds, no. This might just be one of the cruelest ways to ever lose a Premier League match. After showing unbelievable grit and determination to hold Fulham at bay for over 95 minutes, to throw it all away because your own player heads across unchallenged into his own net. Sure, Hannibal had a horrible weekend, but I'm sorry. Gabriel Goodmanson, he must feel like somebody who's just seen his cat crushed by a sloppy banana. Carl Dollard, to his absolute credit, was minutes away from keeping his first Premier League clean sheet since helping Newcastle see out Liverpool in December 2020. Sorry, are you kidding me? Darlow had a man of the match performance against Liverpool that night, and now he's still waiting half a decade for his next top flight clean sheet, and he's inches, seconds away from achieving it. And then no, Goodmanson has to swap his brain for a pigeon. Oh, this is so cruel for Leeds. Bournemouth 2, Brighton 1. Lads, I made a mistake on Bournemouth. I said that Andoni Iraola is a fabulous manager, and he is. He really is. He is actually world class, and I've been banging on about this for yonks. The Bournemouth are so lucky to have him, but I said that the board setting his entire defense would mean that their form is going to be eaten by a grizzly bear. Now, I'm going to say it. Bournemouth have still been the most impressive team of the season so far. The cherry's been absolutely fantastic, and this is it, okay? I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to say this is the season where Bournemouth qualify for Europe. And Iraola cements himself as one of the greatest young managers in the world. Seriously, keep this up, and next summer he gets offered a monster Champions League gig at something like Bilbao, Atletico Madrid, or Juventus. Trust me, I've been saying this for time. Iraola is the real deal. Crystal Palace 0, Sunderland 0. I said at the start of the season that Sunderland wouldn't put double digits on the board. So bad that they'd be worse than Derby County. It would only snaffle up, what, 9 points? They've already got 7, and it's not even late September yet. They're literally 7th on 7 points after taking out a brilliant clean sheet at a quality Crystal Palace away. Do I really have the brains of a cookie? 9 points. I actually said 9 points? What? Everton 0, Aston Villa 0. Aston Villa still haven't scored a goal. What? Villa really need to sort this out. They weren't even as blunt as this in the Steven Gerrard days. And I'm not being dramatic when I say this. If this form continues, we could see Unai Emery getting sacked before Christmas. And wouldn't that be weird? I've not seen the Premier League team start the season so bluntly, without even sniffing in the direction of a goal, since Frank de Boer at Crystal Palace. He was sacked after 5 matches. Honestly, Emery, sort it out, or this could be Arsenal the sequel. Brentford 2, Chelsea 2. Oh, lads, Chelsea almost have it there, okay? They almost do. They've got some absolutely quality players. They have absolutely the squad to go for a title challenge, but it's conceding in the final minute like this to a Brentford team who are being marshaled by someone with less experience than a fridge. Honestly, this was almost a brilliant Chelsea comeback win. Cole Palmer and Wasa Sidi with stunning goals to turn around a deficit at halftime. And honestly, Chelsea were good value for the win, although they still make strange decisions. Facundo Buonanotte, I said, was a dodgy, weird transfer that didn't make any sense, and I thought he'd be banished to the reserves. So imagine my surprise when I see this guy starting for Chelsea. So weird. I'm only convinced Maresca did it because it was a nighttime match that kicked off at 8 o'clock, and his name literally means good night in Italian. And he basically had the impact of a dead gerbil. And you know what, lads? I'm so tired. I don't even know what I'm saying. I really don't. Lads, I've literally just been spat out of the airport. But great point for Chalbra. Oh, I need sleep. Anyway, lads, yes, Premier League catch-up comes with a forfeit. Of course it does. I don't have time. Okay, I need to get this video out, and I've just come from the airport. Tomorrow, the forfeit tomorrow. Don't worry, but right now, I'm literally going to curl up in a ball and sleep on my empty fridge. So, that is the end of the video. Enjoy the video. Don't forget to get like, share, subscribe. As always, I'll talk shit in a while.